Okay, so I realized that I do need to update one more thing here because I did get one more thing done on Tuesday night. So we've got this Tank 2.0 set up. Hopefully, you've got it custom painted for you. You're happy with how it looks. You're happy with the paint job that you gave it. We want to make our tank, be the all the objects that it has on it. We want those to be what we get on our new tank. Let me double check something here. Yeah, at some point I did have you drag your tank and make it a prefab. Check on your tank. Make sure that under overrides for your tank that you have no overrides. If you do have some overrides, make sure that you apply them. And if you did not already drag your tank into the prefabs folder, make sure that you've got a prefabbed instance of your tank living inside the prefabs folder. So you can drag it and drop it in there and tell it to make a new prefab, and your tank will become a prefab. Now we're going to steal some things from your tank, from the tank, and we're going to give it to the Tank 2.0. At the moment, the parent object for Tank 2.0 just has a transform. The tank parent object for tank has got a rigid body, box collider, two audio sources, a tank movement script, two turntables, and a microphone. So what we're going to do is, here for the rigid body, there's these three little dots. I'm going to click the three little dots, and I'm going to click Copy Component. Now that I've copied the component, I'm going to go to Tank 2.0, and I'm going to click on the three dots on the transform right here, and I'll go down to, where's it at? Paste component as new. And I'll tell it to paste the component as a new component. Now I've got a rigid body here on my Tank 2.0. And not only that, it got all of the settings that I wanted from my tank. It got the constraints frozen in in Z, in Y. And so I'm going to go back to the tank here, and I'll collapse the rigid body, and I'm going to collect up the box collider. So I'll select the three little dots by the box collider, and I'll pick Copy Component. Go back to my Tank 2.0, click on the three dots on the rigid body now, and paste component as new. Go back to the tank, click on the first audio source, copy the component, come back to my Tank 2.0. On the box collider, click the three dots and paste the component as new, and now I've got that audio source. Go back to the tank. The second audio source here, I'll copy the component, go back to my Tank 2.0, click on the three dots on the audio source, paste the component as new. Lastly, I'll go to the tank, and I will copy the script component. Go back to my Tank 2.0, and clicking on the three dots on the audio source, paste the component as new. Now, everything looks like it's set up okay, but the thing is, right now the movement audio on the tank movement script is looking at the tank's audio. And actually the tank just got deleted. So I just broke something because Tank 2.0 now is missing its audio source. So find the audio source, the one that's got the engine idle in it. That's the one we want to drag and drop to reestablish that link to the audio source. We broke something else too while we did this. While we turned our My Tank 2 into, the tank that's going to be active, we broke our camera rig. Our camera rig is now missing a transform. I deleted the tank, and that's what it was watching. It doesn't know what to look at. So I'll drag My Tank 2.0 and drop it onto element 0 there in the list. Make sure you've only got element 0 in the list, and it's looking at My Tank 2.0. And now, when you click on the play button, the camera will follow the tank, and it's going to be our custom tank. And then there's one other thing that I boothed up. And I boothed up the dust trails. Our tank doesn't have dust trails anymore. You notice that? Try to move it around here, and my tank doesn't have dust trails anymore. And then there's also another issue here that I'm not sure about. Free aspect, scale 0. Something's a little weird on my camera. Size of 5, orthographic, 0, 0, negative 65. Yep, good. All that's good. camera rig. Oh, I think I know. My tank 2.0 is not at X0. There we go. That's why it wasn't looking like it was in the right place. And by the way, if you hid your level art, you can go ahead and unhide your level art now. So we need to get those dust trails back on my tank 2.0. So if you still have your prefabs folder open, drag a dust trail and drop it on your tank. You'll see it down there at the bottom. There's the dust trail. You can rename it left dust trail. And the left dust trail, its X position is negative 0.5, Y is 0, Z is negative 0.75. And that will set the left dust trail right where I want it. So if I sweep this around a little bit, look at this from the back here, and select my left dust trail, I'll see there it is right back there, right there against the back wheel. And then I'm going to right click the left dust trail and I'm going to duplicate it, and I'll name that right dust trail. And the only difference is the X position becomes positive. And now we got my left and right dust trails. They're all set up. If I enter play mode, I'm back to having dust trails. This particle system is working now, showing that I'm scooting across the map here and laying down dust trails everywhere I go. And now we are fully caught up and ready to go for Thursday night. All right. Thank you.